Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nightmare Podcast. This is episode 113. We will be talking about the First Omen. I am Christy, and I'm joined by
Brian, how are you?
Brian the Horror Guru.
I'm loving these couches.
Yes, I like the couches too. Yeah, we have a brand new little setup, sort of. It's not finished yet.
I'm no longer like slouched on the table.
On the table.
because I'm like so tall that I have to like slouch over for the camera.
Right. And I'm little, and you can't ever see me, so we don't have our mic stands yet and some tables, but yeah, we're gonna have a new little setup now. I like the couches; it's more comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Sit here and more relaxed, I guess.
Yes.
More relaxed feel, like we're at home talking about horror movies,
as we normally are.
right? So, well, let's talk about the First Omen, Brian.
Okay.
I'm the look on Brian's face. I'm not sure if he liked this movie very much. I enjoyed it, but
we also saw it completely different times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the movie experience first. Brian, since he has to work during the week, he has to go on the weekends, and you had a bad experience
At night. So I'm like, all right, 9:30 at night. How many people are actually gonna go see, this movie on a Friday night at 9:30? Apparently, everyone. I'm like, son of a bitch. When I bought the tickets, there was like only 2 people in the theater. Got there, the entire theater was filled. I'm like, crap. And like every other horror movie, people don't know how to shut up whatsoever, talking through the entire movie, making their, comments because they think they're funny. I'm like, well, this movie's just ruined. I mean, granted, the 2-hour time limit also ruined it.
It is long. It is 2 hours. So do you think that maybe that the experience of that kind of maybe ruined the movie for you? Maybe you just need to go back and sit at home and enjoy it or something?
No, so they used to do it like in the 90s where they would have 2 similar movies come out at the same time. Normally people liked one more than the other. Happened with Armageddon Deep Impact. It happened with Dante's Peak Volcano.
Okay.
See how it happened with this with Immaculate, because they are literally the same movie to the T.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't watched Immaculate, so
yes.
I can't tell
and
you
for me personally, Immaculate was much better.
Okay.
Because for one, I knew very little about it. Like I knew the story is a girl, the church shuts down on her. They bring her over to Rome, and they find out, oh, she's pregnant, but she hasn't had relations with anyone, and she finds out that it's the spawn of Satan.
Oh.
Like, so literally to the T.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
So, but with this one, obviously the Omen being from the 70s, and then they had the remake. Well, they had the 3 sequels, and then the remake from 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already know how it's going to end, which thankfully they didn't make, a whole new trilogy just to have Damien coming into life, because I probably would have killed myself at that point.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Well, I will say, Nell Free Tiger,
yeah.
I think that's her name.
Yes.
She was great.
She played Margaret.
She was great as Margaret. I'm not taking anything away from that.
Yeah.
But also, this movie was made for Hulu.
Okay.
And I think because if the writer's strike hadn't happened, or actor strike or any of that, it would have gone to Hulu, regardless.
Okay.
So the fact that they didn't have, the films like wrapped up, ready to go for release, they were kind of forced to put this into theaters. And it kind of backfired on them, really, in my view. Like,
Okay.
you just, income to budget-wise, because they really didn't do anything with it, which, again, it's also... I understood that they're trying to put Easter time, because, Devil Christ.
Okay.
But then you're fighting Ghostbusters, fighting King Kong, and Godzilla, which had just come out the week before. It's kind of hard.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Box office, it's kind of hard, especially like today, for a horror movie to really make its ground
Right.
if there's big titles around it.
Right. I got it. I disagree with Brian. This is the first time I think we're going to disagree on a movie.
Yeah. So, to me, I was bored. And
well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm going to get to that. So let's tell everybody kind of what it's about. So yeah, I guess I did not watch Immaculate yet. I have seen all over pretty much Twitter, X, whatever you're calling it. Everybody liked Immaculate, but I've seen a lot of people really like this movie as well. So I can't compare anything. I'm not comparing. But with this movie, yes, you've got Margaret. She's an American and going over to Rome and gonna go do her vows and become, like
a
full on
sister.
nun, full on sister, whatever you call it. I'm not a religious person. There, and it's like a girls' school though too. There's
it's a boarding school.
Boarding school. There
almost.
you go. Yeah, kind of like an orphanage boarding school too. So they also taken. Yeah.
Damien.
Yes, I did see that.
Came out
Yeah, there's Living Dead doll.
Damien doll.
The Damien doll. Yeah, I seen that.
Does it come with the dog? Oh, well, that's a failure on their part.
So, again, this is a prequel to The Omen that came out in 1976. And this is where it all began. And so Margaret is kind of befriending the kids in there and all that. And she finds this one girl. What was her name? Shoot. What was her name? That girl?
I remember it started.
Carlita. Her name was Carlita. She finds her, and she's kind of like, they got her...
The quiet kid.
Yeah, but they got her away from everybody else, and they said that she causes problems and all this stuff. And so Margaret's kind of trying to find out about what's going on with her. Now what's going on in the church, because she's finding weird stuff happening within this church and everything and within everybody. And then, proceeds to find out exactly what they're doing. So, and I don't want to say everything because it's still fairly a new movie, but I feel like it tied in perfectly well with The Omen. I love the story that they give, and towards the end, it does tie in with Damien, and you find out what happened with the baby, and goes right into The Omen from 1976. Yes, it's 2 hours long. That's probably the only thing I can say that I didn't like about it, because I was bored in moments. It dragged on in moments.
I also didn't care for the kills because you saw them with The Omen. It's literally the same kills.
I don't
with the
agree with that.
With the bowl peen or the the metal rod that goes through the priest.
Right.
The hanging where it's all for you. It's
right.
It's the same things.
But I like that because that's showing the beginnings of that. I love the fact that they show that again with the nun, what do you call, babysitter, whatever you call her anyway, and then she does her thing. This is all for you. And they had done that in, I don't know, I like the fact.
But see, I think that was my
But not all the killings were,
but I mean
it was only those two.
The two main ones being those, but I feel like I wanted something different. There
was something different. There was tons of stuff in here I thought was pretty kind of shocking. And I know other people were talking about this too, but they actually, they show a birth and they really get in there and show the JJ. And they don't really do that in a lot of movies.
No.
And they show the creature hand coming out. That was shocking.
That scene was what almost...
Her possession moment was insane.
I was at that birth scene was what almost got them the NC-17.
Right.
Which at that point, I'm like, just give it that NC-17. Who cares?
Me too. But yeah, there's some birthing and there's lots of fluids going on in this movie because, obviously somebody's pregnant with Damien. But you do find out there's more than just Damien. There's twins. It's twins.
Mm-hmm.
But there's You find out how the birthing process has been going on this whole time to get this male baby, because all the babies they've had before Damien, you find out were all female, but they want a male.
And a lot of them were rejected because a lot of them some were conjoined or disformed.
And they show all that, and I feel like all that was a little bit different and shocking. And then her possession moment, when you find out who's actually pregnant, I thought that was insane. I thought the actress that played Margaret did an insane job with that possession moment, and the fluids coming out and everything else, all kinds of stuff going on. I thought that was pretty shocking. To me, the only things that were similar were just the two beginning ones, like you said, with the impaling of the priest, and then the nun doing her suicidal thing. Like they do both of those in the original, but I like that because it's tying it in. And they did it in their own way too. It's not exactly the same. They did it a little bit different. So I like that. It was a little draggy in moments though. I did get a little bored, and I was like, okay, am I gonna like this? I did ask myself that a little bit. But as the story went on and things kept unfolding, and you're learning more of what's actually happening and what's going on, and the whole cult part of it and everything, and the whole tie-in with the original, I thought they did a fantastic job. I think this movie was really good. I think it was a lot better storytelling and a better like prequel or whatever you want to say than what they had done with The Exorcist last year. Again, I haven't watched Immaculate, so I'm not comparing anything, but I thought they did an excellent job with the it tied into the Omen, I think, perfectly well. The only thing I have to say about it was, it was 2 hours. It could have been a little shorter.
Okay, agree to disagree. But no, I will say Nell did good, and then I did like how it did go straight connecting at the end to the original film, to where you have Gregory Peck's photo in it, and these are the people that he's going to go to. We're going to take their child, make it disappear, and then it'll become the ruler of the world, which, it did show in 3 that he did have a following and everything.
Right.
But I wanted something, different. And I guess it maybe had I not seen Immaculate, I would have liked this a lot more. But the fact that I had seen Immaculate first, it kind of ruined it for me, because I'm like sitting there watching, I'm like, this is the same movie, like to the T.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, I just have to watch Immaculate to understand that.
And with Immaculate, at the very end, Sydney Sweeney's character, she gives birth to the Antichrist.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of... So really the only difference is with this one is that Damien, now has a sister, which it'll be kind of intriguing to see how that goes. Because,
but there's more...
Well, yeah.
There's more people out there that have the 666 on them. It's just that they're all females.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're going to do something else with that.
Well, because they did Omen 4 to where the Antichrist was the girl.
Right.
So it kind of makes me wonder, okay, are they going to try and go that route again? Because Omen 4, a lot of people probably haven't seen or even know about, because it was a made-for-TV movie back in the day. And I don't even think they have it in the box sets anymore. Did they have it in the Shout Factory box set?
I don't know. I didn't pay any attention, but I will pay attention when I go home.
Because the 20th Century Fox set that I have when it originally went on Blu-ray only has the 3 originals and then the remake. Okay. It never had the 4th one in it.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. I have to.
So,
I didn't even pay attention. I'll have to look.
So I know if you want to pay money for it, you can find it on VHS. But it'll be interesting. I'm assuming it's going to make its money back once it goes to Hulu, regardless, because of all the advertising and everything it'll get for it. So will they do one to where it's going to follow in the prequel's footsteps, to where it's, the mother and girl going after Damien, or how they're going to go about it.
Well, there's 3 of them.
Well, yeah, and the priest. So.
Well, no, there's 3 girls. You got the twin.
Oh,
You
yes,
still got
Scarlett,
Margaret, and then you got
Carletto, which
Carletta.
was with the S for some reason.
Yeah.
That made no sense. But no, it'll be I don't know, like I'm not fully done with the franchise. Like Exorcist, I'm just done. Like
Well, I really thought this was a lot better than Exorcist, and a lot of other people said the same thing.
Maybe if I give it a second watch when it does go to Hulu, maybe I'll enjoy it more. I think between the runtime and then everyone talking and then having freshly just seen Immaculate 2 weeks prior, maybe a fresher set of eyes.
Right.
I'll enjoy it more. But for now, I'm just kind of like a meh.
Okay. Well, I give it an 8.
For right now, I'm giving it a 6.
Okay. Well, I give it an 8. I don't know. I thought for storytelling, because I've been like just not liking stories lately in movies. Like I'll like a character or like the kills or whatever, but stories to me have just been bland lately. I don't know. This one really did it for me though, because I just thought it was the perfect story to tie into the 1976 Omen. But I don't know. I don't know what this Immaculate is.
See, I think you will like Immaculate because it's a shorter runtime, but it's the same pacing. Like,
well, I mean, I'm sure it will.
So I mean, like, while it's a slow burn, it's still shorter and it's legitimately the same movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who did it first, so.
Well, and that's kind of thing. You have no way of knowing who made their film first because of releasing.
But I mean, isn't a lot of religious movies though? Like, if you're gonna give birth, I mean, isn't they all pretty much the same type of thing though? I mean, there's other movies that are religious movies out there that are exactly the same thing too.
I'm sure they are.
It's the same concept what they do in the religion. I mean, you want to give birth to Satan, and it's got to be a boy baby, and it's all the same stuff, really.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, the fact that these two were really so closely together, it kind of.
Did they show because in the Omen, which I thought was kind of cool, they kind of almost show sometimes, and then towards later on they actually show it the
hellhound.
The
was,
jackal is what.
Was it a jackal? It looked like a hellhound.
No, it's a jackal.
No. Well, they show after the birth. They show it briefly, but not like full on close up. But you could tell it's like demon form because it has hair, like hair all over the body and everything.
Right. Okay. See, and that's always like the same thing. I mean, that's just what's in, I guess, the Bible or something. I don't know, but I don't know. So it's all a lot of religious horror is pretty much the same thing, really. Anyway.
Yeah. Just
honestly. So you always have possessions.
Yeah.
Because that's just what religious horror is: possessions and stuff. So it's all pretty much.
Some are just made better than others.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know. I liked it. Do I want any more? I really don't know. I mean, I think I'm okay with just ending it right there. But who knows? Like I said, they may go off and do something with the females. So we'll see. I don't know.
See, if they did one with the females, I might be intrigued by it.
Because that could be a whole different story.
Because then you kind of have to, Carletta will go through the same thing.
Right.
Because she's one they'll get pregnant and everything. So I'll be intrigued to see if they do a movie to where they're trying to stop her from getting pregnant or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Or like you said, maybe go find Damien or something. Because, all of them are basically about Damien.
Yeah.
So this could be a whole other story. I don't know. I enjoyed this, though. I was very pleasantly surprised that I did like it as much as I did. I do think that it could have been shorter, though. It was too long. I totally agree with that. There's just a lot of moments in there that was just dragged on and stuff. But I thought when it got good, and it really was telling the story. And there, I thought, was some pretty good gore shock moments. I thought that was in there.
I will say I was fully expecting to hate it as much as I did Exorcist, but it was a lot better than Exorcist. So I will give it that. Like, I didn't full blow on hate it. It was just there was.
Well, I think that you, again, like you said, you watched this immaculate movie, which they both just came out within weeks of each other, and it's funny. I guess I didn't realize for a while that Immaculate was about all that, and 'cause I guess I didn't watch the trailer to it or something. I don't know. But anyway, I posted a picture of me with a little nun outfit thingy on, and everybody's like, "Oh, a cosplay of Immaculate and the Omen," and people kept saying that to me. And I'm just like, "Yeah, okay." So now you said that the story's pretty similar, but cool. Well, he just gave you a review of 2 movies. Do you have like a favorite religious horror movie though? I mean, is it The Exorcist or is it anything different?
I was like, it falls in lines with that, but Prince of Darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's religious horror.
That's religious horror. Yeah, that's a good one. I guess mine just probably would be The Exorcist. But you know what I really love though? I really, really enjoyed The Last Exorcism of Emily Rose. I love that.
I was that was really good.
That was excellent. Jennifer Carpenter
That
was
and,
fantastic in that movie.
Yeah, and then the even just the last Exorcist.
Exorcism?
Yeah, that was really good.
That was good. That was good. I remember when that came out. Kind of what they were doing with that at that moment.
The
in
found
time
footage
was a bit scary and shocking
Yeah.
at that time. It's not now, but at that time it was. It was pretty like pretty freaky and scary. Part 2 was a little for that movie, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like they needed a part 2.
No, they didn't, but they did it.
Yeah. Because the first one made
the girl
the
came
money.
back, so that was good.
Yeah, it's because the
It
first
tied
one
in.
made a butt ton of money, so they're like, oh, let's do another one.
Right. But yeah, again, like I said earlier, a lot of possession, religious horrors, all pretty much somewhat evolved around the same story of Satan or the Bible or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not going to get too much of anything different with religious horror. All right, well, I guess that's it for the First Omen. The next movie, we're not going to be doing the podcast next week. Me and Phil will be out of town, so no live show, no podcast. But then the following week, we'll do Abigail.
See, I'm very excited for Abigail.
Yeah, I'm excited for Abigail too.
So I've been wanting to see this since I first read about it, and then knowing the team behind it, I'm like, I have very good faith in this movie, especially with the cast. The cast is amazing for it.
And it looks like it might be kind of fun though.
Yeah, and just the whole idea behind it to where,
they think they're playing some sort of game.
Yeah,
but really it's not.
It's like they kidnap a girl, and it's like, oh, he's a very wealthy man, so you just have to, stay alive for 24 hours in a locked house.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay, what could go wrong?
Well, you're actually food. So I like that. And she's a ballerina.
Yeah.
Yay. We'll get some ballet tied into there. So that I'm down. I can't wait for that. That'll be fun. Let's see. Anything else you want to add? We don't have really any events or anything coming up except for Texas Frightmare next month. And that's really it. We've got a lot of things back on the website.
Yeah, slowly things are going back on the website. For people that keep asking me, we do have shot glasses and pint glasses from the cafe here at the store. I gotta figure out how to safely ship those. We need certain boxes and
Bubble wrap
and stuff like that. But then we also do have the tables for sale here. So, but unfortunately,
those we can't ship.
those were not shipping.
You can't ship the tables.
So
though.
if you're
That's
wanting,
not on the website.
Yeah, so if you're wanting a table, they're in store only. I recommend bringing a U-Haul.
Yeah, right. They're heavy. They're heavy, thick wood tables. But summer's coming, and we've got a good stock of beach towels. Got more coming. Got a lot of new stuff coming. Get some T-shirts in here, and we're putting everything back on the website. The website's back going.
Yeah, I sent out a lot of orders this morning, which is crazy because we had just posted literally yesterday, as we're filming this, for the John Dugan masks. 2 of the 3 have already sold.
Awesome.
So
yay.
So I just got the one left.
One more signed Grandpa mask by John Dugan. He was here this past weekend. They were filming Skate to Hell this past weekend here in Nightmare Toys. That was fun.
I was like, how was your role as the Karen?
Fun. I had to sit there.
I saw the
pound
outfit
on the damn counter about 20 times.
I saw the photo of you in your outfit. I'm like, she has to be going crazy right now wearing that.
Yes. Yes. I'm wearing a pink blouse, which I posted, and everybody's like, oh, you look great in pink. Everybody loved the blouse on me. Like, well, don't get used to that because I'm not wearing pink. Yeah, and khaki pants. I was trying to find a Karen outfit. Yeah, and I had my hair pulled back, and I had the crossbody purse, and yeah, I got as angry as I could get. And then later on, there was more that happens within. I'm not giving anything away, but there's some crazy stuff that happens later on in the scene. And a few other little lines and a few other things were added that weren't really in the script at first. So, yeah, some fun stuff.
I know Steven is in it.
Steven is in
very
it.
Excited.
Yes. So, Steven worked Saturday and Sunday, so he got to see all this stuff happen. And then on Sunday, they put Steven in it. So he's like out back being like shocked at somebody's death, or he's being a hobo. I'm not sure. Homeless person, I think he was, or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but they did a little cameo with Steven. And then John Dugan was here. He played Grandpa from Texas Chainsaw, so he was here. And then Sebastian Bach from Skid Row, hello, comes in on, what was it, Sunday and Monday?
Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, so you got to see Sebastian
I got
on Monday.
to meet him. Yeah.
I was not here for either time, but he did come in and purchase some stuff. Purchased some Jaws stuff on Sunday and a mask, and then he came back in Monday and purchased a King Kong mask. So
very nice guy.
Yeah, that's what Steven said. He was really cool, really nice.
Really tall.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, that he's very tall.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he was coming in, but I'm like, oh, okay, so you're this tall.
Well, that's cool. You never know who's going to come into Nightmare Toys.
No, you never know.
No. And that's what's been going on lately.
I was at, you got OnlyFans coming up.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
I know.
Pool Party Massacre 2.
The Indiegogo for OnlyFans is over with after today as you're watching this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wanting a VHS or a Blu-ray or whatever merch.
T-shirt. I know people are liking the shirts too.
Go to their Indiegogo page. Donate to the film. Get some cool swag.
I think it starts filming in July. Yep. And then Pool Party Massacre 2.
Pool Party Massacre 2 with you, Charlie Classic.
Yeah.
That dude is so funny.
Funny.
I love him to death. he stops in here from time to time still. Mm-hmm. So, and buys some stuff.
Should be fun. I can't wait. So, yep. Anything else you want to add, Brian?
No.
No? Good?
No. Oh, yes. So with the shipping, please be responsible and reasonable with your orders.
Why?
Because if I have to ship them in multiple boxes, we're not paying for the shipping.
Oh.
Yes.
Why do we have to ship in multiple boxes?
So I'm just because we have lowered some of our prices on certain things, but people buy a bulk of stuff to where we don't have the boxes for them.
Oh.
So we have to ship them in separate boxes, and there's a lot of people that will resell this stuff most of the time, but they think, oh, I'll just do it all in one order. Like, come on, man.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe we just need to get boxes.
Well, I mean, no, like we have the boxes, but I can only fit so many Funko Pops into one box.
Well, god dang, how many Funko Pops are people buying? Like 20? Oh, more than that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
well, if you're buying way more than that,
yeah,
then
like we'll have
separate boxes.
Yeah, no, we'll have people buying like 30 NECAs, like 60 Funkos.
I don't know why people seem to want to buy all that from us. We're not a wholesale business. I don't understand that.
Yeah, so
get a Funko.
So I'm just asking nicely, please be reasonable with the orders.
Yeah.
Like, I have no issues sending them to you, but if
I mean, you're going to pay the shipping.
Yeah, we're not paying the shipping, and we're also not responsible if stuff is lost or stolen. It says it right there in the terms and conditions, because we get a lot of people claiming that stuff is lost or stolen, but the tracking shows it being delivered. Like, at that point, we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's post office. All right, well, we are going to go, and we both hope y'all have a spooky weekend. And like I said, we will return with the movie Abigail. All right, bye, guys.